Hey guys! Let's see, just gotta check all my microphones are working. How are you? Hi! Welcome back to Writer's Right. I'm Ann Kimbrough, and in about an hour, we will do two 25-minute writing sprints. If I put the clock up, where is that clock? It always wants to hide. Oh wow, I learned why it never just there. Oh, see, it's already alerting us. You gotta open it. If you open it, then it will appear. At least as a selection for me. Usually that works. How we doing for a Friday? Yay, Fridays! Ugh, is that music loud? They were I think they're putting in a new, like, pavers, the neighbors, I don't know what they're doing. Something was making some really loud jackhammer kind of noises. Alright. I spoke too soon. I thought I could pull it up. I know I can. I just... it's doing what it always does. Let's see. Apple clock? That's not the right one. Oh, there it is. It's so high up I couldn't find it on my list. Groovy. Now we're cooking with, what is it? Gas? Yeah. How are you though? I hope everybody's happy and creative and feeling creative, that is, and we'll make you creative. Or at least we're gonna give you the time. We, the royal we, which means you and me. Let's see, let me sign into chat. Please check out this great book by Andrew Cain. Let's see, did that work? No, did not work. Styx and Bones. It's a cool title. If you like a little urban fantasy, something to do in the magical realm. The main character is a mage, like a wizard. And I haven't read it yet. I can't wait. I need to. My reading time is so small. I was able to read, let's see, this is gonna pop up. Can you hear me? At least that was a test that my being live is live. Oh hey, there's Serge and Allie! Hi guys! I'm trying desperately to sign into chat. I made it! I don't know why it takes like about 3 times, but it always does. How are you guys? The world treating you right? Right? Are they treating you R-I-G-H-T or W-R-I-T? All right, there we go. It's up. It's working. I hope you're well, and I hope you've come to write. I've been doing so much writing lately. I'm really pleased with it. And like I often do, I'm working on multiple fronts. I've got the screenplay going with my partner. We're probably about... You know, we're still filling in some gaps in Act 1, but I think we're about 39 pages into the script, so it feels really good. You finally can sort of see everything we've been working towards is coming together. The beach! Whoa, what a great thing! I bet it must have been a lovely, lovely time and a great day. Sunburns? I don't know why I'm touching my shoulder. But yeah, that's where I would get them. In your bathing suit. But I hope you had a blast and that you just have rosy cheeks. That's all. You gonna write with me today? Tonight for you? I don't really have anything new to tell you about. It's just I've been doing really good writing on. I'm working on that paranormal cozy mystery that's coming along. I shared it with my critique group last night, and they really love it. And I feel good about it because I finally figured out, you know, the rest of the story. It always feels good to do that. And and the Kindle Vella. Is anyone gonna attempt Kindle Vella? You know, it's like a Wattpad. I don't think I talked about it last time, because I just found out this week that it's supposed to launch this month. It said mid-July. We're almost at mid-July, so it's fast approaching. So I am gonna kind of double down and try to get a few more episodes, as they call them, which are really chapters. But I want to get them up. I have 9 so far. that I'm really pleased with. I feel like that story is really going along. So yeah, that's something else I might dig up, but I'm going to go through my critique notes. I had some that someone left me on Google Docs, so I'm going to check those out for my first writing sprint. Sunburn. Oh. Oh wow! It sounds like it sounds like it was like a good typical day. I personally don't mind it if the weather. I like how the weather changes in your part of the world. Here it's just sunny. At least when the way you guys have it, you can expect that if it's too sunny, wait a few minutes. It'll probably be cloudy in this next few seconds, right? It's cool. All right, let's get everybody writing that wants to write. 25 minutes is on the clock. On your mark, get set, write. Do, 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 do. The timer is going. All right, I am. Let's see, I'll turn my music up a little bit. And I am going to look at my notes. Oh, well, I always love bailing. Hey, so you did the beach and the coffee house in the same day? Wow. I could do a coffee house, but I can't do a beach. Well, I guess we have Lake Mead. I guess they have some kind of beach. Well, they have more of a beach now than they used to because the water is so low. It's sad. It's so sad. We have no water here. All right, let's see. I'm going to fix a few things that my clever readers, my friends, found. How am I going to find where it is in my document? Oh. Ah. Oh, let's see. That music just suddenly got quiet. What's up? It was a quiet spot, I guess. Okay. Back to trying to find... What you saying? What you saying, man? Adulting and parenting. Oh, so you went with some other friends, which is good. But it wasn't a play date for your daughter? All right. Oh, cool. Well, if you were waiting, don't wait too much longer. I think it's, I mean, I've never... excuse me, I've never personally been involved in something like that during the launch. Excuse me. So it's going to be fun to be part of the launch, right? Of course, I'm sure that Kindle has, and Amazon has stacked the deck with a whole bunch of authors that have, you know, name recognition. And, oh, excuse me. So I'm sure those are what'll be promoted, and a little book like mine could be lost in the shuffle. But I figure it's all about downloads, and like anything, if I can get a bunch of downloads, because the first 3 episodes in whatever you put up are free. And then after that, that's where you'll start making money, and people have to buy these tokens and use tokens, pay for stuff. So yeah, so I've decided I'm going to do some advertising to try to get people to at least download the free stuff and see if somehow maybe my book could get noticed a little. It's worth a shot. I mean, considering that the whole process is free to, you know, money-wise free, it's time consuming, but it's just another way to kind of promote yourself as a writer. So I feel like if you have something, they said, obviously they want you to have at least 3 episodes. So 3 chapters of a book, because they're giving away 3 of them for free. But I would say you should probably have 6. So get working on that. Get up on it. I mean, they were very non-committal as the true launch date. So I imagine mid-July could turn out to be later July. Could be mid to late July. I don't know. I understand how that goes. I just pushed my launch date for my, I think I already mentioned that up for my my new podcast with my son, I Scary podcast. One bot chapter. Thank you, Allie. I will do it. And I'll let you guys know so you can download the free stuff. I mean, it's free. So that's all I'd be promoting. Download free. I probably help spread the word that it's out there. Oh man, where is this? Oh, I went way too far. I'm just trying to find, I guess I'm just gonna have to search for a word. No, that's too far. Oh, okay. It says it in the script, or manuscript. Okay, I'm looking for the word. Hey, Riley. My character's name is Riley. It's just a bunch of letters. I'm getting so close to it, I can tell. It's not that long of a chapter, girl. Well, it's like 10 pages, but... Oh, man. I've been watching a lot of French mysteries on Amazon. On Amazon Prime, on, the TV. I just locked in. I already watched before. This one is called, I don't even, it's some French. Art of Murder, because it's an art, like, theft unit in Paris. It's really good, but it makes me think some French words, even though I do not know French. I have to massively read fast to keep up with the story. But every now and then you gotta look at the characters and see their reaction, their faces, right? And then you're like, wait, I missed the subtitles. But now every time I see the word murder, I want to go, murder! My very bad French accent. What I've noticed is I'm trying to pick out some words, because there are a lot of words they say that sound, English, shares a lot from that language. And even the names, I try to hear how they say names, and honestly, you really have to have a well-trained ear to get it, because it's so not like English. So not. Alright, I just can't find this. Makes me feel mad. Okay. When in doubt, search. There it is. Oh, and I was looking at it. Jeez, Anne. Jeez, Louise! Okay, this sentence is just wrong. Black Widow is... So which... I checked Amazon Prime to see if you could, because not Amazon Prime, but maybe it's on Amazon. Where is Black Widow playing for that you can get it online? Yeah, exactly. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to you to buy it for $20, but I've been doing that because my husband and I watch it. If we went out to a theater to watch it, it costs way more. Because you buy stuff to eat, let alone the cost of the tickets. Thank you for being on board to buy a chapter. You can just watch or read the free ones. That's fine. But I don't think the tokens are too much. I don't know how much you like to read online or whatever. But oh, it's on Disney Plus. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. It's Black Widow. Duh. Marvel's there. Oh yeah, I have Disney Plus, so it's that you pay an extra $20. Do we think it's worth the extra $20? But yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it, just because I'm not gonna go to a theater yet. I can't. I don't think I could sit. I think it's a mental thing more than really a concern thing. Although we do have a rise in cases right now because of that Delta variant, but I just couldn't sit and enjoy a movie if anybody near me was coughing. I would have been like that before the pandemic, though. I hate it when people are so rude. Well, I mean, I understand if you have to cough, but you can tell when a cough is, or if it's just spewing it. The other day, I was going into the grocery store. This lady was walking out of the grocery store coughing, and she was just, I mean, obviously, no, and her hands weren't full. So it wasn't like she was carrying bags or pushing a cart. She was just walking, and I don't know what she, I mean, she had a coffee because there was a Starbucks in there. And she's just coughing. She looked at me. I actually was wearing a mask, and I haven't worn a mask in forever. But I heard the news about the the Delta variant, so I figured I'm going to wear it at grocery stores. But I really hated wearing it, so I don't know. I don't know where my line is or what I should be doing. Maybe I should wear it at home. It's allergies. Everything is blooming a little bit. I don't know. The weather, it's so hot. It makes plants like die and send out pollen. Okay, you're saying it's going to be really, really good. Well, true. It could be like $30 because I remember when Mulan came out. That was like the first movie that I felt had come out like you could get a new movie. And I remember when it came out, but that was that was Disney Plus too. And I actually wanted to support the them doing that because I wanted them to release more movies online. So yeah, good. I'm glad you mentioned it because I'm gonna Friday night. It's Friday night. Let's watch a movie. I'll be like, honey, come on. That won't really be his movie. He doesn't, this is like my son. My son likes those. So I should have him come over. Well, he can come over sometime with his girlfriend. They can just watch it on their own. Because I think once you buy it, you have it, right? Not forever. Yes, Mulan was amazing. I don't know why that movie I don't think it got the notice it should have had. I thought it was really well done, and I didn't know how they would do it from the animated, because I knew there was stuff, there's no way you could have this funny character talking to her. I know there was some controversy about something the actress said, so I'm like, it's just not fair. It's not fair. Forever and ever. Yeah. Cool. All right, you've convinced me. Now you gave me something to do tonight. We'll talk about it on Monday without spoilers. I'll just be like, I really loved that character, Black Widow. I can't believe it took so long to give her her own movie. I'm assuming it's a prequel to all the other movies, just because they killed her off in the other movies. Spoilers. If you follow, you have to know that. That's been out there. That's not a spoiler. But yeah, I've watched all those. I love all those Marvel stuff. I don't know why I didn't know that. Wasn't thinking. All right, I'm going to fix one thing. All right, now the music sounds really loud. I feel like I'm trying to talk over it, but it's beboppy, but jazzy. It just reminds me of my parents. I can't make it go down. Just a little. Oh yeah. She's crying. I feel ya. I did not like that they killed her off. And, but part of you isn't upset in the sense of, is anyone really dead in a Marvel universe? If they really want that actor to come back, they will. It's just, yeah. I mean, Gamora came back and she went down into that hole. So somebody else, I guess, could make the great sacrifice or something. I don't know. There's ways to overcome things. I'm just saying. Dead in the Marvel Universe is not dead forever. And why? Because it came from the comic book world. So they always had to be killing off their characters and bringing them back in a different way. They couldn't keep making new great characters. If people loved a character, they brought him back. You're still crying. Well, trust me. Dead is not dead on Marvel. That is like a rule in the Marvel universe. All right, I'm going to try to find this line again. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm going to fix one thing in this script. Manuscript. I see what I did here. It might be nice if I used a keyboard. Okay, I think that makes sense now. Alrighty. Let's see. Aw. 2030. Well, by 2030, you'll know they'll have brought her back, and she'll be played by a different actor. That's what I can't get. Trust me, if the Black Widow movie is a huge success, which I hope it is, and I believe it will be, they'll find a way to bring her back. Because they still have that whole Marvel universe where all those characters do live and breathe together. So even though they have their own standalone movies, they're going to constantly move along that plot when they're all together, even though they just finally really hit an end point for that story, especially since they killed off Tony Stark. I don't think they'll bring him back, although I know that he could still appear in movies that happened before his death, because I think money. I think it's very easy for Robert Downey Jr. to do a small thing instead of a huge movie. Anyway, I think he's for the right amount of money, he's a smart guy. He'll come back and do a cameo or a bit, just a smaller part in a movie that's about another character. But they can't do that if the movie isn't before. So he could be in the Black Widow movie. Is he? Do you know? I don't know. I didn't want to know any of the storyline of that because, well, it's really nice to watch some of these movies and not already have an idea what's going to happen. So see, you could afford paying £20 to watch it because you're going to watch it like forever. And do you let your daughter watch movies like that? I mean, to me, I'm sure there's a lot of violence, but it's cartoon violence, sort of, is it? It's strong female roles. They're just mentioned. Okay. Well, I'll let you know Monday. Now I'm excited to see it. I could just go down and get it right now. Splurge. Yeah. I figured she's too little, right? I waited a long time to let my son watch stuff like that. Okay, I fixed it. Reread it. Dun dun dun. All right, that works. Let's see what else. about 5 minutes. Gotcha. I have too many keyboards. So I moved my steampunk keyboard over to this computer. It looks really cool there. Wait. If I turn it on, you can... It's better. Oh. It doesn't go on. Uh-oh. Does it not go... That's weird. Maybe it only works on this computer? That's weird. Anyway. I haven't tested it. I just moved it over there because I thought it would turn on. That means it's not getting enough power from that computer, or is that computer off? Anyway, I was writing with it all the time over here, but there's some function with that keyboard that often, if I'm writing in like a Word document, it automatically, if you hit it just right, which I kept doing repeatedly, it highlights the whole document and deletes it. Well, I think it deletes it because it highlights, I think what I was hitting was something that highlighted the whole document, which is crazy. And then I was still typing, so you type the next thing, that deletes everything if you've highlighted. So luckily, I mean, there's always the back button, but that's, you know, at some point you worry something's going to happen and the back button won't work and you've lost all your work. So it's not a typewriter that I can use, or a keyboard that I can use for real writing. But I am going to do, I like that idea of doing an ASMR video using it, filming the keyboard. So I am going to do that. Oh, I didn't know, I forgot that. I did read that about Kindle Valley. It is an American thing. Cool. Yeah, good for you. Why not? I think technically, you know, you're an American. And, I mean, you might not just be an American, but I'm not sure why they did it that way, but... Do, 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 do. Oh. Low negatives. The swivel. Oh, my computer turned on. Oh, see. Oh, it just took a while. See the keyboard? Ooh, it's pretty. Oh, it wants to know my keyboard. Your keyboard cannot be identified. Yeah, you got to set up your keyboard. Thanks for telling me what my computer went on. All right. It found it. Oh, that's where I'm trying to format my, you can't see it, but I'm trying to format my book. My Fit Girls book. So yeah, I gotta get back at that. So, but now you can see the keyboard. Look. Isn't it pretty? It changes colors. I like to have a... It can do so many things that I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it. But you can just watch it change colors back there. You're like, what? I'll block most of it, but wait. There it is, changing colors. It could take the place of my, I lost my cute little light thing. What was that? Infuser. It just stopped working. Oh, you did it! Your first riding sprint is in the books for the morning. And we can have coffee. My one coffee of the day. This is like brutal. But I've adapted. It's okay. Voila! Coffee is soon to be coming. As I leap at the camera. Sorry. Oh, it's just too bright behind me. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't even notice it. I was in the zone. Well, I was just looking over here. I cannot get this line. I'm talking too much today. You're like you always do, Anne. It's okay. Let's see. I'm able to stop herself from making a soft grumbling. Ah, that would be better. Stop herself from emitting. Do you emitting soft negative? Yeah, that does it. That looks right. So, what's on the agenda for the weekend? Are we planning yet? It's Friday. Let's see. Oh, good. You're starting your villa. Bravo. That's great. Yeah, I'm going to be adding more to that this weekend. Definitely. That's on the agenda. I've got a scene. I have to write a scene for the screenplay my partner and I are working on. And he might be coming to town, so we could just hammer out a little bit more of the script. I don't know. We keep planning that and we never do it. But yes. More writing, more of the same. I really, outside of the big trip, so that was great. Now we're back. So the next trip is not till September, so time to just settle in and enjoy daily life, which is fine. Everything is good. Oh, you can't smell it, but the coffee, if you could see it, it's blowing in the air right to my nose. It smells good. I mean, seriously, it's so addictive. But coffee and writing, they just go together, don't they? I mean, tea, I'll allow you tea. Because I've lived back east. Tea was a huge thing back then, but that was probably before coffee was a big thing. It was before Starbucks, let's put it that way. That makes me sound old. Back in the day before Starbucks. Like that was so long ago, but I guess it was. And then we get our creamer. I love this part of the show. Can you tell? With my shout out to my Canadian family and friends. Oh, that's a lot of cream, man. That's a lot of cream. But that's how we like it. Okay. We'll keep you cold. Don't wanna, that cream is golden. Wait. This is basically, I didn't show you, this was a Seattle's Best Coffee pod that I was using. It's usually very, very strong. Or just right. That's good. I did bring some cinnamon though. So I do like my cinnamon because it's good for your heart, right? So we say. So we believe. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Oh, I'm right on time. as I play with my coffee, let's get 25 more minutes started. Your second writing sprint starts on your mark and set now. Go. Right. Sprint. Would you sprint that way? Not with fists. You would be like this. Yeah. Slurping is necessary. That's good. I could probably put a little more creamer in, especially since I have some. But I'm being good. I mean, this is clunk. This is my new good. It's not like I'm going to, yeah. I'm not trying to do things for just a little bit at a time. This is sort of the new lifestyle. 1 coffee a day, and honestly, I really do feel fine with just one. And I've noticed like some of the probably the bad things, like the multiple running to the bathroom after you drink 3 cups of coffee. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore with just one. So, learn something. And it's a bit more like moderation. But moderation's not a bad thing. Why have to, if you give it all up, then life is so dull. Let's not do that. Okay, I am going to keep working. What you guys working on? Say hi in the chat if you want. If not, just do your work. Do what you came here to do. Right. Type. Yeah, let's see. How many more? Yeah. There's another. Oops. Where is that one? Oh, immersion. You undo in Google Docs? I just resolved something that I shouldn't have done. Oh, no. I don't know what she meant. I clicked on it so it would go to it. Oh. Lost it. I mean, I know what the comment said, but I guess getting it back wouldn't help me find it or understand it. All right, I don't know. Some notes are not meant to be understood. Do you guys have a critique group? I find them very, very useful. Ah, here's another note. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay, so I didn't lose the note. It was just way lower. For some reason, it was popping up above. Ah, good catch. I spelled it wrong, but I used the right word. It's just not the where it should be belonged. I spelled immersion with an E instead of an IM. I should look up to see what the difference is. But I used the wrong one. I did not. And they made that into a movie too. Quite popular book. Well, if that's a NaNoWriMo, so you could do your also a circus themed book, right? Your fella. I do really think that Vela will be a ground. I don't know, grounds. You know, a place to be discovered. If it just like Wattpad has been for other authors. That you know there have been several authors that have gotten deals. Yeah, it was a really good movie. I love Reese Witherspoon. Anyway, I mean, she does mostly, I feel like she mostly does comedies, which I love her in those. I mean, not Clueless. What was it? Legally Blonde. But I also love the stuff she's done that is sort of serious. Especially when she was a child, she did some really very serious pieces. I can't remember that one. Right, that's it. It's done. Cool. All right. I can move on to the next chapter. Yeah, I have like 9 chapters. Where are the ones that, oh yeah, that I'm now having to add in? How I changed the story. Massively changed the story. But it was all there. I was planning for it even though I didn't know it. Sometimes you just have to hold your coffee. This is really hot. I'm surprised. I guess my Keurig machine has gotten a second wind now that I don't use it every day. Because this is my old one. I have a new one downstairs. Well, newish now. But I finally got one that has a water tank, so I don't have to spill it. That's what I need here, actually, because I don't know if you know, but I always fill it before the show. You pour from the side, and it has a big chance to spill down here on a whole cord and equipment. But I learned the hard way you just put like a towel underneath when you pour the water in, so it still spills. There's just no way unless you had an actual pouring lip on the cup, and then that would not be fun to drink out of. Or I could bring the water in a separate thing that you could actually pour. I could. Anyway, my way to do it is to put a paper towel under it. To each their own. There's more than one way to get things done. But anyway, love it. Love my coffee. My one of the day. I have to savor it. It's like we don't get that many joys. Oh, and I've got the new have you seen these before? So this is part of the health kick my husband and I are on. After his marathon, his triathlon, the Ironman, we met up with some of my friends, a guy I used to work with and his wife, on our drive back. They live in Utah. And so they didn't have this one. This is the Halo band. And it's very similar to what they had and what my husband got, which is called the Whoop band. Whoop! WHOOP. This is the Halo band, not to be confused with the game Halo. This is an Amazon product. I think just the company name Whoop makes Whoop. So they were using Whoop band, and so Whoop band is really, really expensive, and this is just affordable. But they are the same kind. I mean, I'm not saying this is cheap, but it's and what really gets you is that you have to sign up for a service. It's like going to a gym. It's like a gym and a band, like if you had a trainer. So it's like a trainer in a band. And I don't know. We both just feel like we need that. I guess what the Whoop band does for my husband is it can give you all these statistics about your recovery from your workouts, which would really matter to him. How it can really help him with his training for all these triathlons. So it's really cool, and they had the Whoop band, so they had tested it, and they weren't huge. They weren't doing marathons or anything, but I guess they worked out enough, and it I don't even know what that band does. It does a lot. But so this one, I did my research, and for being less expensive, so there was that, which I just felt like everything the other one did, I don't need to know the minute details about my recovery after I've ridden a bike for 20 minutes, because I'm not doing 112 miles on a bike ever. Maybe not even in a year. I don't know. Anyway, so this one does other things, but it does all that, and it tracks your sleep, and it tracks everything, all your movements and sleep. So I'm moving. I should do some arm presses right now. Anyway, it's like having a little trainer on your arm, and hopefully you can gain some insight from that. And it does a lot of it has a lot of unique things. I haven't even figured out what it does. But it can look at the thing that a lot of people complain about, but I thought was really good, is that it's all connected on your app, on your phone. So you can take a picture of yourself in underwear, and it will do a pretty accurate, is it BMI? Your fat ratio, whatever. It'll take a picture and it'll track that, and then that gives you a really great starting point for all you're doing. So all that we're doing to eat better, this was part of the plan to see where our efforts are actually paying off. Because in the past, you just do it and you just sort of have to have an overall thing of, oh, am I losing weight? No, well, this will show you that you could do better with when you go to bed, so you sleep better, whatever it is. I'm sure we'll learn many things. But to get the body mass index, the BMI, my band does the thing where it takes your picture, yes, in your underwear. A lot of people hate that. Well, you could wear a bathing suit, that's what I'm going to do. I have a bathing suit that like little shorts. So, what will they do with those pictures? I'm not going to share that picture, but they could. Yeah, well, you might have to take a long time to get the BMI picture that you want. Heck, I know. I mean, if they want to take my data and my pictures, they want to listen to me, oh well. They're already doing it, you know that. But anyway, at least in this case, it's going to work for me. So I've got to do that. I just got it. So there's a lot to do to figure it out, to set everything up. But I am going to do all that, and it'll tell me what my body mass, it's hard data. So this is hard, and I don't mean stark numbers. I mean, some of this data is hard to see. I mean, because, I know where my body is overweight, and, where it wasn't that way in my 20s. I hide my weight pretty well, but I know where it is. I can feel it in my waistband of my jeans, right? And this data from my halo band will put it smack in your face. So if you go and read the reviews about the halo band, there's a lot of people that don't like that stuff. And my answer to that would be then don't use it. It's not for you. I'm actually at that point in my life where I feel like if I don't actually do something like in your face about it, then I'm not going to do anything, and I'll just slowly keep gaining weight, and and every now and then I'll do stuff that'll make me lose weight, but I'll just slowly lose that battle. And I don't want to lose it. I want, I don't want 6-pack abs, but I want my abs back. I just feel like I don't have abs. I don't feel like I've had abs since I had a child, frankly, but you hear me. So I am going to go for the very awful, harsh data, and I'm not going to take it personal at all. It's data that's going to help me feel healthier, be stronger. I mean, this is all part of too, falling at the race. It's going to help me with agility. I mean, I know why I fell, and it was less to do with agility. It was, or even my age or anything. It was to do with doing too many things at once, which, yeah, that's me. I do that, but it's all part of that overall restructuring awareness of Anne. I could be better. I could do better. And instead of just letting myself slide. And I figure if I don't do it now, when I sort of feel healthy and I feel like I can accept any harsh criticism that my band is going to tell me, Because if you read the reviews, there's a lot of people that do not like the halo band because they thought it was just too insulting. I'm like, my feeling was like, who are you lying to? We all know our flaws, our body flaws. We know them. We might not be looking at them every day, but we know them. So if the band is going to put some of those front and center in my face, cheers. That's what I need. That's what I need to improve. Because anytime I notice myself, when you're changing and you catch yourself in the mirror, you're like, dang, I need to do something about that. So, mirror me. So we'll see if it affects my mood. We'll see if I can really take the harsh criticism that my halo band's going to give me. Anyway, it's my new buddy. It's going to be with me for forever, all the time. I do have to take it off to recharge it. That is to me the biggest benefit that the Whoop band had over this, outside of the things it can do for you. Like, so the halo band can do the whole BMI thing. The Whoop band doesn't do that. But the Whoop band has something you clip over the top of it here. That's a charger. So I also clip something over, but I have to plug it into my computer. So I think you technically should just take it off when you do that. Anyway, and it's waterproof, obviously, if you're going to keep it on all the time. Let's see. Who's texting me? Oh, yeah. I have a lunch date today. Can you imagine? I'm going out to lunch with a friend again. I haven't seen her in forever. Oh, I spelled yed instead of yes. Okay, and sorry, as I have to work on my, do my social secretary calendar stuff. So this girl, my friend Shell. I think it's short for Shelly, yeah. She is a lawyer, and she just got elected to be a judge, a family court judge. Isn't that amazing? She's amazing. I mean, she is amazing. And her son, so we met through our sons, and her son is actually one of my co-hosts. I got to rope him in for another one for my the I Scary podcast that we're doing. And that is coming along. So I did push the date. We talked to my son. We decided to push it to August 1st. Because I really just don't. We have 15 shows recorded. And I'm working on the editing of the 6th. And we decided we would do a season. Just to make it easier. I mean, it's so awful to start something and just be like, it's just going to go on and on and on. I want it to go on and on, but I want it to have parameters. So it's going to have, the first season is going to be August 1st to the end of December. And we put out shows every Wednesday. And the way I'm going to do it, since the first 8 weeks are really important for a podcast, we're going to launch with 3 episodes. And then the next 2 weeks we'll put out 2 episodes. And then from there on, it's just 1 episode every Wednesday. And I'm not sure how long the break will be, but maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. I guess it'll depend on how popular the show is. If we've got a lot of downloads, I've got a list. On the trip, I made this whole list because I'd saved all these things about promoing podcasts. I have a list of like 56 things I have to do to promote the podcast once it launches. So yeah, I'm gonna have to start working on those in about a couple weeks. Well, what day is it? Probably in a week. I better start working on those. Anyway, plans. I got plans, man. 5 minutes-ish. 5, almost 6. What are you writing? What are you getting done? Hoo hoo hoo. I like that. It's a good opening line. I wouldn't put the comma. I'd put period. Oh, it's somebody said it. Yeah, the comma should be a period. That was my only critique. But yeah. Murdered. Dun dun dun. I hear the music that should go with it, right? Didn't they have that for a while? I thought Apple Books had this thing where you could, you had to use their app to make it work, though. So that probably didn't happen. But you could put like sound in with the book. I don't know if it would automatically play, but and then it was a deal like you could put on the sort of the margins like extra data. So like if it was a book, even like this, if someone needed to know what a circus was, you could click over here and it could tell you about Barnum and Bailey's or whatever, you know. Keep going. You're doing good. Opening lines, though, are very important. You want to just, I always work on those. And like, so my Fit Girls series, the opening line is always some shocking statement like that. So I'm with you. That works. Yay. All right, let's see. I'm going on to the next chapter. This takes a little bit too much. So the time travel book is kind of fun. This one I'm doing because it's my character's time traveling in this story to 1910. I think that's about when it was. So she's present day, going back to 1910. So I have my way that they talk. Could I find some? I don't know when filming started, but I doubt there's many people just blabbing in 1910 speak. So mostly you just have to read stuff to get a hint of how they would speak. So I'm putting like some these. They say thee instead of you. Stuff like that. So it's more like I'm not phonetically writing it, but I am writing for the ear to make the characters from that time period sound old. I don't know if it's authentic at all. It just sounds right to me, right? That's all I can do. That's all any of us can do. Oh, can we shout out for coffee one more time? I'm glad you're here to witness my love of coffee. In Canada. We love all countries, though. Wherever you are. I hate to say I've traveled the world, but I've traveled a lot as a kid because my dad was in the Air Force and we moved around a lot. Of course you should mention, let's put this, okay, it's a cozy, right? But most cozies have a little bit of a love interest. So if the inspector is the love interest, I would say you should mention it in a subtle way. Not like the inspector is sexy. That's one of those subtext things. It has to be, so are you writing in first person or third? I write mine in third, but even though I do that, I still go into the character has thoughts, right? The main character. So she'll be like, I didn't want to let him catch me looking at his butt or something like that, but in a nice way, because cozies are not in your face sexually or murderly. I mean, the murder happens off scene. Have you ever done that? I mean, that was a whole, I can't remember who wrote, it was an article I read somewhere, and it was all about the off scene. Oh, I know where I got it. It was from, I want to say Player? Oh, let me Google it, because I should share this. I might not be able to find it before our show is over here. But it was a really famous producer, writer of a writing team. Earl Emmerich was what? Roland Emmerich. Roland Emmerich. Famous for all those big blockbuster movies. Like the Godzilla, or first Godzilla ones. What other ones did he do? Anyway, huge. Let's see. What is it? Player. Roland Emmerich. I want to say Word Player. Is that it? So he wrote a blog before they were really popular. Wordplay. I believe it's still out there. Oh, this is it. Oh, that's Terry Rossio. Was he Roland's partner? Maybe he was his partner. But he's also a big... So they were a team. I think it was Terry... Ooh, what did I hit? Terry Rossio. Godzilla. Yeah, I think they were the writing team. Oh no, he said, oh, it's Ted Elliott. Oh, well, I think they worked together on that project. Anyway, I got my partnerships wrong. So it's Terry Rossio, big time writer producer of the, I want to say 90s. Probably still out there doing stuff. So it's called Wordplay. Wordplayer. Now that I see the address, wordplayer.com. So there's all these columns he wrote. So it's www.wordplayer.com. Let me put it here. You've got to check it out. If you're a writer of any kind, even if you're not writing screenplays, the advice in here is amazing. And it's like, it's so honest about, he goes into a lot of experiences about how hard it was to set up movies and all the crap they had to deal with, and it's really great. And I think I haven't read it in a long time, but I'm sure it would still hold up today. Let me do word player. I should shout this out to people because people probably don't know it anymore. But anyway, there's some really great writing advice in amongst all the storytelling about their experiences with setting up some big movies, and as they became like super big. I think Terry Rossio especially used this as a way to vent, which you'll totally get if you read it. So, do you see it there? I don't know if you can click on that, but you can put it in. So anyway, if you go to Wordplayer, there's a ton. Let me see what happens if you just use that link. But because I just came up with one. Yeah. Okay. So, what's new? Welcome. All right. Sitemap. Forum. So go to columns. If you go to wordplayer.com, click on columns. And now they're all just listed there. I would probably go through them in order, but you don't have to. You can. It looks like he has a really good selection. Go to. Yeah. Oh, cool. So that sounds like a really good blurb for your story. Ooh, that sounds like the jacket cover, and you can use it as the blurb to. You have to put a little something to promote the story in Kindle or the Vella. Yay! Look at you on your way, Allie. Good job. So, Wordplayer, read the columns. The thing I was going to mention, I've taken many tips from these columns, and I know I've read probably a third of them. But you can, some of them he's just on a total rant about Hollywood, which, remember, even though this was probably in the 90s, I'm thinking it was 90s, later 90s. It's probably still very accurate about how Hollywood works. Maybe a little different now. But there's really great writing advice. So sometimes I would jump to other areas where they were talking more about writing. And even though it's screenwriting, so they talked about the off-scene storyline, which I thought was very interesting for writers, because there is a story. So you have your story that you're writing. That's the on-scene. So they're talking screenplay, so that's why it's on-scene, off-scene. But it's the same for manuscripts. You're writing this story, and you're with the characters. But there is a story going on over here that's not in your book. But it does affect what's going on in your book. And you have to be aware of what those off-scene moments are, because they're part of your subtext. Anyway, I don't know which article that was. I don't know which one. They're all numbered. But you should read them all. And I just thought that was interesting, because I've never heard anybody talk about the off-scene story. And it's really true. It's a really vital part of knowing, as a screenwriter especially, but I think as a writer in general, you do need to know, because you can't, that's part of the subtext. Things are happening that we don't see what like the villain of a piece is always doing, but we do sense it. We do sense what's happening in the off scene, in the present, in the main scene. Do you get it? Does that make sense? Anyway, I should find it. I'll try to find it. I should reread it. It's one of those things I've incorporated into my brain, but I don't know if I can actually explain it. All right, girl. Yes, we will talk Black Widow on Monday. Thanks for tuning in and joining the fun. We can sob and... all right, no spoilers, I promise, but I'll probably just give you 2 thumbs up and say, you have to see it! Have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Monday, everything's Monday. And get Andrew's book. It's really good. I know the first one's good, so this has got to be good. All right, take care.